1986 చెన్నైలో సెక్స్ వర్కర్స్ దగ్గర వాళ్ళు దే ఫౌండ్ అవుట్ దిస్ హెచ్ఐవి. సో ఇన్ దోస్ డేస్ అప్పుడు నేను వర్క్ చేసేటప్పుడు the incidence used to be very high. It used to be 8 to 10% in Guntur. So one of the highest incidence rate in India. Indiaలోనే గుంటూరు అనేది ఒక హబ్ ప్లేస్. They used to say it's a hub for HIV అనేవాళ్ళు ఆ టైంలో. So as madam told, Supanan madam, she's also a gynecologist. నా పాయింట్స్ అన్ని కవర్ చేసేసారు. బట్ ఎనీహౌ ఇంకొక వేలో నేను చెప్పాను. నేను అప్పుడు యాజ్ మేడం టోల్డ్, హెచ్ఐవి అనగానే అందరూ భయపడిపోయేవాళ్ళు. అమ్మో హెచ్ఐవి పేషెంట్ అనగానే అందరికీ తలనొప్పులు వస్తాయి, ఇంట్లో ఏదో సడన్ కాల్ వస్తుంది, వెళ్ళిపోయేవాళ్ళు, అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్స్ అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోయేవాళ్ళు. సో అట్లాగా దెన్ మేమేం చేసుకునేవాళ్ళం అంటే, దెన్ ఇట్లా ఒకరి తర్వాత ఒకటి 1, 2, 3 అని అట్లా నెంబర్స్ లాగా వేసుకొని వీ యూస్ టు డూ 1 by 1 కేసు వస్తే వీళ్ళు చేయాలి, నెక్స్ట్ వీళ్ళు చేయాలి అనేది. ఇన్ స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఎస్కేప్ అయిపోయి వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉండేవాళ్ళు. తర్వాత యాజ్ మేడం టోల్డ్, మాకు ఒక బోల్డ్ మ్యాన్ వచ్చారు. ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ డాక్టర్ వసంత్ కుమార్. ఐ హ్యావ్ టు మెన్షన్ హిస్ నేమ్. ఆ రోజుల్లో ఆయన నుండి కమ్ ఫార్వర్డ్, ఆయన ముందు చేసేవాడు, వాషప్ అయిపోయేవాడు. డాక్టర్ వసంత్ కుమార్ గారు వాషప్ అయిపోయి ఆయన చేయడానికి అందరూ నేను వెళ్తాను సార్ అని వెళ్ళేవాడు. సో దట్ లైక్ దట్ ఇట్ హ్యాపెండ్. సో బీ బోల్డ్ అనేవాళ్ళు. అప్పుడు బీ బోల్డ్ అనే ఇది కూడా ఒక అవార్డు కూడా ఇచ్చారు ఆయన, బోల్డ్ డాక్టర్ అనేది, అండ్ హీ గాట్ అన్ అవార్డ్ ఫర్ దట్. సో ఆయన చూసిన తర్వాత ఎవ్రీబడి గాట్ ఓకే చెయ్యాలి, మనం కూడా చెయ్యాలి అనేది. సో బట్ వీ టుక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ట్రైనింగ్. అంటే వీ షుడ్ నో హౌ టు ప్రివెంట్ అవర్ సెల్స్. మనకి ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ రాకుండా ఎలాగా ఉండాలి అనేది వీ షుడ్ నో డూస్ అండ్ డోంట్స్. మన హౌ టు టేక్ కేర్, ఎలా చేయాలి ఏంటి అనేది ప్రికాషన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ఎనీ డిసీజ్, ఈవెన్ నౌ కోవిడ్, వాట్ టు డూ, వాట్ టు నాట్ టు డూ. సో వెన్ వీ గో ఇన్ టు ద పబ్లిక్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు వేర్ మాస్క్ అని అట్లాగా. సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డిసీజెస్. అప్పుడు హెచ్ఐవి మా టైంలో ఉంటే హెచ్ఐవి అంటే చచ్చిపోయాలి అని అనుకునేవాళ్ళం. సో ఫ్రమ్ దట్ స్టేజ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ నౌ వీఆర్ సీయింగ్, వీఆర్ థింకింగ్ ఆఫ్ 0 cases of HIV. So 0 cases cheyalani. It is really, I have seen each and every step of HIV treatment iyanni kuda. I worked in that. I have presented many papers, sir. I have HIV incidents iyanni kuda I have collected from Guntur and presented in the national conferences. Recent trends, recent changes ani tarvata 10 years tarvata I presented again another paper comparing those papers with the after 10 years. What is the trend? అంతకుముందు ఏంటంటే ఓన్లీ సమ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్పోజ్డ్, లైక్ సెక్స్ వర్కర్స్ ఆర్ సమ్ ఇంజెక్షన్స్ తీసుకునే వాళ్ళు, షేర్ చేసుకుని ఇంజెక్షన్స్ తీసుకునే వాళ్ళు, వాళ్ళనే వస్తారు. నౌ హెచ్ఐవి అనేది ఎనీబడి కెన్ గెట్. యూ డోంట్ నో హౌ అనేది, ఎట్లాగా అనేది అంటే ఇట్ డజంట్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ ఈ సెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ వెళ్ళలేదు. బికాస్ ఇఫ్ మదర్ టు చైల్డ్, సో ఐ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ దట్ సపోజ్ పెళ్ళి అనేది ఉమెన్కి ఒక మ్యాన్కి, యూ డోంట్ నో ది స్టేటస్ ఆఫ్ ది హెచ్ఐవి స్టేటస్. ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఇంకా తెలియదు అదర్ దోస్ రూల్స్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఎవ్రీబడి షుడ్ అండర్గో అనేది ఇట్స్ ఎ పాలసీ మ్యాటర్ అండ్ ఎ సెన్సిటివ్ మ్యాటర్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్. సో లైక్ దట్ హెచ్ఐవి అనేది sometimes the poor woman doesn't know anything. The antenatal woman of గర్భిణీ స్త్రీ, she becomes positive with HIV and we have to counsel her. వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా కౌన్సిల్ చేసి, అండ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు కౌన్సిల్ అండ్ రిగార్డింగ్ ది డెలివరీస్. ఈ డెలివరీస్లో కూడా ఈ వర్టికల్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్, యాజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యూ టోల్డ్ దట్ వర్టికల్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ ఫ్రమ్ మదర్ టు చైల్డ్ వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు కూడా, సో మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది exposure to the baby occurs during the delivery. So that process of delivery is very, very important. అప్పుడు ఆ సెక్రీషన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఫ్రమ్ మదర్ టు చైల్డ్ అక్కడ ఎక్కువ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ జరుగుతుంది. సో యాంటీనేటల్గా సమ్ 5 to 10%, డ్యూరింగ్ లేబర్ 10 to 20%, అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ డ్యూరింగ్ బ్రెస్ట్ ఫీడింగ్లో కూడా 5 to 10%. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ మోర్ దెన్ 6 months, up to 20% it can be transmitted in that way. Overall it may assert or it is only 20 to 30% exposure undachu. But thanks to many drugs which have come, nevirapine anedi okati ochindi. So in those days it is very difficult for us to write on the case ఏ షీట్లో పాజిటివ్ అని రాసామంటే ఎందుకు రాశారు అనేది దే యూస్ టు ఎంక్వైర్. సో అందుకని ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళం అంటే ఎన్ అని రాసేవాళ్ళం. ఎన్ కేస్ అనేవాళ్ళం. సార్ ఇది ఎన్ కేస్ సార్ అనేవాళ్ళం. ఎన్ అంటే నెవిరిపెల్లి. సో దట్ ఉమెన్ షుడ్ బి గివెన్, దట్ చైల్డ్ షుడ్ బి గివెన్ నెవిరిపెల్లి. నెవిరిపెల్లి ఇవ్వాలి అనేది. సో దట్ ఇస్ వై ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఎన్ కేస్ అనేవాళ్ళు. తర్వాత ప్లస్ అని రాసుకునేవాళ్ళు. ఒక్కొక్కరు ఒక్కొక్క గుర్తు రాసుకునేవాళ్ళు అనమాట. అట్లాగా we used to hide. Nobody are bold enough to tell, and moreover it is a sensitive matter. We should not show any discrimination, any treatment lo is raakudadu, because the patient should be andartho paatu undali. First lo we used to segregate the people and isolate chesavallam HIV. Now we should not isolate, should be within us, and then they should be equally treated with all respect. Anedi all these things we have learned, and I am just telling you just a story how it has happened like that. So now everybody should be aware of the disease, and they should know how to take what is the type of treatment and the preventive aspects any kuda chuskovalli. And then we in those days the post exposure prophylaxis, and now also it is there, but any pricks to the any students or any postgraduates, they used to come to even to the labor room we used to keep all the drugs. So because they may need anytime midnight like that, our drugs and post exposure prophylaxis. So like that we used to give the drugs in the night, and they used to continue. We had a council. So and then even in PPT city Logada, where it is still existing, lot of work is going on in our department, PPT city department, like health workers unnaru, and then counselors Nagalakshmi, and then Siva, Srinivas. They are very great good workers. Appu nunchi unnaru, almost 15 to 20 years nunchi they are working, and they are doing a lot of work, and because of that hard work, and then other areas where in the peripheries also they have been spread, and now it has been curtailed. Now it is some 0.2 to 0.6%. It's very less when compared to the previous incidents. So like that it happened. And next is now the latest one is we have to make it zero HIV, no HIV cases. That is by going for PrEP, that is pre-exposure prophylaxis. So really it is a change, and it is for the HIV disease, it's an important one where it can reduce the incidence even up to, if we take PrEP drugs, it will come down to up to 92% I think, sir, and 92% can be prevented. And of course if condoms are used, it's different thing. It should be a very regular and perfect use, then only it can go up to 100%. Otherwise the drug itself is tenofovir and then embiceratin. These two drugs combination, and it has to be started as early as possible, and then it has to be taken up to 28 days. That is PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. So really it is a change in the HIV patients, and in the preventive aspect, that is more important. So always a prevention is better than cure. Always it is the dictum. Even SPM will say that prevention is better than the cure. So prevention or preventive aspect is the pre-exposure prophylaxis. Really is a change, and we have to appreciate the scientists who have brought all these changes to the HIV. And students, you should know how the science is progressing. దీనికోసం మీరు మీ అవేర్నెస్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి you have to see that so much of scientific progress is happening in the world. So still there is a lot of scope. So many diseases will be coming. So much of scientists we need a lot of scientists for combating so many diseases, and maybe infectious diseases or non-communicable diseases. So really it's a great challenge in the medicine for such diseases, and really it's a great program, sir. Naveen sir is the key role. He plays the key role. So he always preventive aspects. Because I'm a gynecologist, He called me for the cancer screening. Cancer screening, we had a lot of discussions, sir. God used to call me anytime, and I used to go and we used to discuss. And 2 days back also, sir, we have entrusted one postgraduate to the department, sir, for this prevention aspects, and we have given a dissertation for the prevention, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
A very good evening to all. I am Dr. Chandala, Vice Principal Academic and Pharmacology HOD. And I thank all the dignitaries on the dais for giving me this opportunity to speak a few words about this PrEP awareness program. So I just want to tell a small story about the microbes. So all the second year students must be well aware of the microbes because they are reading about this. So bacteria, viruses, fungus, all the microbes you will be aware of which are causing pathological conditions in the human body. So these microbes, they are invading the human beings, and human beings are continuously fighting with the microbes. This we all know. So ikkada survival of the fittest. So always, even the bacteria is trying to live. So it wants to live. So it is trying to develop resistance against the drugs which we are producing. So penicillins vachinayi, tarata penicillins ki resistance develop chestunayi bacteria. So we learned about MRSA. So methicillin resistant Staph aureus. So methicillin resistance vachindani manam vancomycin kanipettam. So vancomycin vachaka malli again bacteria try to develop resistance. There emerged VRSA. We all know vancomycin resistant Staph aureus. Again, so we want to treat the VRSA infections. Then came all the newer drugs. So streptogramins, linezolids. Again the bacteria is trying to overcome this. That is where when the NCDC has introduced this antimicrobial resistance occurrence program. So, this story and the bacteria aithe virus. So, when we are working on antibiotics more, the viruses are used to flourish. So, one among such virus is HIV. We all know how dreadful it was 20 to 30 years back, but we are trying to overcome it by introducing many drugs. Now, as a pharmacology student, I used to read NRTIs, NNRTIs, protease inhibitors, entry inhibitors, fusion inhibitors. So all these. When I was a PG, my professors used to tell one drug. So new drug seminar ivamma. So okaroju pilchi Meraveroc. Mo enta ee drug pair ento kuda teliyadu. So we used to get new drugs every 6 months. For every 6 months we used to get a new drug into the market. But still we should be aware of the usage, and we also should be very much aware of the adverse drug reactions to these antiviral drugs. So we have a pharmacovigilance department here. We monitor all the adverse drug reactions which will be coming out in the human beings, and we report it to the PVPI. So among this, it is the ART center which will be giving more of the ADRs. So we report ADRs from ART center for all these antiretroviral drugs. But luckily now we are able to manage all these ADRs also. And we are legibly using these. And as the other programs like National Tuberculosis Eradication Program, so we want to eradicate this HIV to the zero level, as our Venkat sir was telling. So now we want to reduce the incidence. So almost the incidence is less, but as previously it was not in the limelight. It is not in the limelight. There are the cases, but we are not bothered about it. We bother about more recent things. as William sir was telling, so we are more aware of corona, COVID and monkeypox conditions. So we are under-reporting this or undermining this HIV. So it is our duty to get the people aware of this HIV. So that is where to get it zero level, into the zero level, this PrEP awareness program has been organized. So we all should support this PrEP awareness program. And I thank everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
A very good evening to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Today I'm feeling very homely because I'm in a medical college. Like whenever I see a medical college, I feel very homely. As a student, we enjoyed a lot, we learned a lot in this campus. So I love the medical college. And today I want to thank, special thanks to Naveen sir for making me part of this, and he planned in Guntur district. I am the health head of this district, so thank you very much sir for unveiling this PrEP in our district. And this caption, I liked it very much about that. Beauty is at its best when there is no fear. Yeah, really, when you are confident, when you are strong, you should not fear, and it will present you in a beautiful way. So, that caption I liked it very much sir. And about PrEP. Yeah, in Hirojlu we are only taking care after getting infected. So, we are so blessed. Prophylaxis we got now. And I thank VHS people also for making it available in India at a low cost, and as so many have said, it is now our duty to protect the community. So, you're all students, next generation, you people, you are having very responsibility to protect this society. So, today you should learn something about this, and we should make our society a healthy and a happy society. So, once again, I thank Naveen sir for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all. Thank you very much.
Good evening. So respected dignitaries on the dais, respected professors of the dais, and my dear students in all the colleges. I am Dr. Ramana SHV, Professor of Orthopedics. Don't think I am an odd man out here. I am your NSS program officer. Most of the students are in NSS. I think I am here today because on December 1st of so many years, I was there on the roads campaigning against the HIV/AIDS. That is World AIDS Day. I always would love to have the prevention is better than cure in the public health as a public health student when I was an undergraduate. So I took this mission of creating awareness in the public. So my dear students, you also carry this flag of creating awareness in the public in the form of health literacy. Health literacy, wherever you are practicing, wherever you work, you have to spread smiles across miles by giving health literacy to the public. Because we are illiterate, maybe in the computers or some other fields which we don't know. But we should always be knowing regarding the public health, and we should create awareness in the public, thereby we will make the public healthy and happy. That's what our Dame Madam was telling. So I thank our principal madam. Here there are so many girl students. Our principal, Dr. Padmavati,
Padmavati Devi and our superintendent Prabhati Madam, and Raymond is also lady, our vice principal Chandrakali also lady, so many girl students are around here. So creating awareness is really, you're always a mission for the girls or the ladies who are working in the health field. I have seen so many health workers in the social health, that is in the social service activities. So many women, they used to come out on the 8th day, that is on the December 1st. Most of them are women only. They used to take the responsibility of creating awareness in the public about the HIV/AIDS. Today, as an NSS program officer, I request all our students to take this flag of creating awareness against HIV/AIDS, and also today's program, that is pre-exposure prophylaxis and reach out program. Very, very important nowadays. Again, HIV is a rampant situation in the society because nowadays we are not seeing the posters or the hoardings in the city. Slowly we weed out from this particular campaign. So we should take the responsibility of creating awareness as a healthcare professional in the society. So you should all know about the PREPARE program, that is pre-exposure prophylaxis program. As an orthopedic surgeon, I'll be working on the HIV patients now and then because road traffic accidents also very high in our country. They are also taking lot of lives on the roads. So HIV also no less than that. But when a HIV patient is having fractures, we need to address their problems in the form of doing surgery. Sometimes wife will get involved in the accident. She might be HIV negative, but husband is HIV positive. So we need to treat this HIV negative wife. So here the PrEP program will come into picture. For us, it's very boon actually for us because when we can give this particular treatment for 1 month, definitely that lady will be protected and we are also protected. The surgeons in the theatre also will be protected. I know the times when we were really having a lot of troubles in dealing with HIV patients when it has come into the society, maybe 30 years ago, new into the society, everybody used to say no to do operations on these patients. So now, after the advent of so many drugs and post-exposure prophylaxis, our house surgeons, postgraduates and assistant professors, they also come forward to do these surgeries because of the drugs available. With this pre-exposure prophylaxis, we can as well do the operations to patients who are having this particular problem. See that this is the classical example. Wife is HIV negative but husband is HIV positive. Wife has been involved in an accident. We can safely do surgeries by giving this drug. Maybe that is actually a boon for us in the trauma theatres. So it is not only so, I wanted to tell about this because most of the students they are really thinking what exactly is this pre-exposure prophylaxis. So this is nothing but we will give 1 month drug course to these particular patients who are at risk of attaining HIV/AIDS virus into their body. Maybe a sex worker or a transgender or a healthcare professional who are having high suspicion of attaining this virus. Definitely it will be a boon for them if you give a course for 1 month. Especially the NGO has come forward to give it at bare minimum cost. Thereby, I think in a poor country like this, in poor society like this, definitely it is a boon for them. So, but yet we need to shoulder the responsibility of creating awareness in the public to prevent it, not to treat it after attaining the infection. So, this is the message actually we wanted to give to the students because you are going to be more in the public. You will be as a house surgeon or a medical student, you will be more mingling with the public. So you should know about this infection, you should know how to prevent it, you should know how to create awareness, and especially this particular situation of pre-exposure prophylaxis also, you should take it into the public. Thereby, most of the fear alone is death. The Vivekananda told to us, that means his important message in the society in those olden days is fear alone is death. So out of fear of HIV itself, they will be having lot of troubles in the society because of the social stigma attached to it and also because of the fear of death. So if you know about this pre-exposure prophylaxis, I think definitely you will be treating the problem in a nice way and you will be creating awareness in a nice way. I think please be aware of this particular pre-exposure prophylaxis and reach out program and try to take it into the public. Thereby the public will be healthy and happy and you also will be happy to treat the patient. Thank you, respected Principal Madam and our Project Director Naveen Sir and Williams and Melissa Madam who has come from all the way from the USA. So I thank all of you for your patience listening and for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello. Venkat, start. Okay, thank you. So I think for last more than 1 hour, we have a lot of interactions happening. So I think a lot of students here. Now we like to ask some questions, okay, from the deliberations of the dignitaries. So I think they were talking, we are going to eliminate HIV by which year? 1930, 2030. Very good. I think they need some clap, okay? So if you want to eliminate HIV, what are the things you have to do? I think that also they were talking about. No, if you want to eliminate HIV infection by 2030, what are the things you have to do? You need mic? Okay. Yeah, share mic with. So if you want to eliminate, you are thinking that, right, after 2030, HIV should not be a bigger public health problem. So if you want to do that, what are the things to be done? So what is that? Creating awareness. Okay, only create awareness you can eliminate that. Okay, so they have an idea. They call 95, 95, 95. You know what is this 95? Community health people? 95% of the people who are infected with HIV should know that they are infected with HIV. So Kumarasamy sir was saying, in India, how many people are living with HIV/AIDS? How many people are living with HIV/AIDS? 2 point? Yes, very good. 21 lakhs, very good. Close attention. Okay? So, if you want to eliminate HIV infection, all these people who have got HIV infected should know that they are HIV infected. So, that is first 95. So, what will be the second 95? What will be the second 95? Okay. So what would be the second 95?
Yeah, the registration.
So all people who are HIV infected, they should know they are infected. So where do you do HIV testing?
Yeah.
Which is the facility we do HIV testing?
ICTC center.
ICTC, yes. I get here one sound. ICTC. What is the expansion of ICTC? Integrated Counseling and Testing Center. So the first 95 is all people who are HIV infected should know that HIV infected. So what will be the second 95?
All are
So the people who are HIV infected, expansion of ARV, antiretroviral therapy. So what are any drugs you know of for antiretroviral therapy? What are the drugs? What are the drugs? 3 drugs are there. Zudovudine, that is long, once upon a time. What is the current regimen now? Tenofovir, lamivudine, dolutegravir. They say TLD, okay? TLD. Okay, so people should be started on ART. So that is the second 95. So what will be the third 95?
viral load suppression.
Sir is, I think, very smart. One of the participants is there. So people put on ART. How long you have to take ART? How long you have to? Tuberculosis treatment, minimum 6 months you take TB treatment. Likewise, ART treatment, how long you have to take? Lifelong. So, one of our participants was saying that there is a thing called U is equal to U. What is the expansion of that? Any idea? One of Kumarasamy was saying that U is equal to U. What is that U is equal to U? Undetectable, untransmittable. Meaning, people who are started on ART, their viral load will come down drastically. Okay? So when your viral load is low, from them the infection will. These 390 are people who are HIV infected should be identified, and who are found to be positive should be started on ART, and people who are on ART, their viral load should be undetectable level. So if you are achieving these 395, definitely by 2030 you will get HIV infection. Okay? Now India, how many people are living with HIV/AIDS? Nearly 21 lakh people. So India, they say concentrated epidemic. You know what is concentrated epidemic? It is not generalized epidemic, it's concentrated epidemic. Any idea? HIV is common among these certain risk groups. Who are the risk groups? Any idea? So in India, if you look at the 21 lakhs, a lot of people, they come from certain, like, who have a multi-partner sex. Like female sex workers, men having sex with men, transgender. Likewise, we have a certain population who have more chance of getting HIV. Okay? So, we have got one eminent speaker. So, he is like to have some interactions with you. We have got Vishnu Teja with us. So, he is going to talk about some of the people. Yes.
Hello everyone. Sleepy? Tired? So no, didn't have lunch? No? So what language should you prefer? Telugu or English? English? I'm English. Okay, fine. How do I look? Sorry? How do I look? Sorry? Healthy? Well? Any answers?
Yeah, people who need mic can ask.
Any answers? You want to say something? That means I'm looking. Thank you. Anything else? Anyone else? అమ్మాయిలు అయితే చాలా బాగా నవ్వుతున్నారు. Like, I just wanted to hear about last bench boys. ఎలా కనిపిస్తున్నారు మీకు? స్టైలిషా? అల్లు అర్జున్ ఫీల్ అవుతాడు. నో. Yes, please. I need some bold answers. Sorry? Sorry? Come again. Acha, fine. Just looking at me, tell me, what is my sex? I am asking about biological sex. Sorry? Identified. Yeah, of course. With my just physical appearance, and you just told me that I'm male. How did you told that I'm male?
Voice.
Sorry? By voice. By walking.
Clothing.
Sorry?
You are clear.
By seeing your clothing.
Okay. And? Done with my biological sex? Fine. So what you told, male is the right answer. Now tell me, what is my gender? What is my gender identity? Sorry? Male, what you said? It's a biological sex. What is gender?
Your attitude is different.
Sorry?
Your attitude.
What is gender? Men? How many genders we have?
Male.
What are
third
those?
gender. Male, female, third.
Oh, I need one more answer from corner. Men, women,
And third gender.
then
Third gender.
transgender. Okay. So, in the three genders, what I am? How did you identify? Yes. How did you identify that I am man?
One of the participants saying that secondary sexual characteristics.
Where did you see that? And how did you see that? Tell me. Tell me. Yes. I need same energy, please. Yes. See, before coming here, they just gave me 2 minutes. And fortunately, I got good time. It's a very good time to interact with you people. Let's interact. Behave here. Then, sorry? Yeah, everything I'm hearing from my
Oh, you are saying
sisters. But what about?
they are saying here.
Acha, tell me, why did I say sisters? Any guess? Why did I say sisters? Any guess? Acha, tell me what is my gender? You already said it's men. How did you identify? Someone said my walk, someone said my behavior, someone said secondary sexual characters, someone said mannerism. Fine. Based on social construction, which is there in the society, you identified my gender as men. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
What is my sexuality? And how many sexualities do you know?
Homosexuality,
Homosexuality,
bisexuality,
bisexuality.
heterosexuality. Heterosexuality.
I wanted to hear from there. Sorry? Asexuality. Yes, that is also sexuality. Yes, please. I want to hear from there. Sex chaparo, gender chaparo, sexuality came at me. Yes. Sorry. Hello. Vinpisuna. Tell me about my sexuality.
Somebody is saying it's very personal.
Huh?
Somebody is saying it's very personal.
I am asking my personal question and why you are bothering to answer. Huh? Here, someone said homosexuality, bisexuality, and heterosexuality. Acha, here we have 3 major sexualities, and tell me which sexuality I belong to.
Bisexuality.
I also gave one clue.
Bisexuality.
If you think logical. I also gave one clue. Why did I call you sisters?
Yeah.
Sir, homosexual.
Sorry?
Homosexual.
Sorry?
I think you are homosexual. That's why you call it sisters.
Sorry? Come again?
Homosexuality.
You should not call us a homo. It is a homosexuality. Yes.
Homosexuality.
I am a homosexual person. And I am
Here in the class, we call it.
here. My gender is cisgender. It defines sex which is assigned at birth as male,
Yeah.
and my gender identity as man which is matches to my sex. It is known as cisgender. All here or cisgender woman, cisgender man, and the transgender woman persons are sitting in this auditorium. And always keep remember, if you are sitting in an auditorium, You should not say ladies and gentlemen. You should say to hello everyone or hi everyone, respecting leaders everyone. We should be inclusive for everyone. And my pronouns is he, him, his. And I am a cisgender gay man. And here I am representing MSM community, men who have sex with men in India. Thank you.
So, I think from his description.
Fine.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought they would start. Fine. So what did you learn today? New things? New things? I clearly remember here some of the dignitaries and doctors they were telling. There is a escapism when HIV positive person or getting for some treatment or some surgery. So the doctors themselves.
Excuse me,
Sorry.
just a minute. Here.
Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. నేను మధ్యలో ఇంటర్ఫియర్ అవుతున్నందుకు విష్ణుని సారీ అడుగుతున్నాను. ఎవ్రీవన్ ఈస్ వెరీ మచ్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ హిస్ స్పీచ్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గ్లాడ్ దట్ టు నో అబౌట్ దట్. And now, within short time, our minister, Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare is coming home. And be ready with everyone. And our friends are there outside the auditorium. Please invite them to sit here, and so that it will be very good to see. So, కొద్ది క్షణాల్లోనే బహుశా ఒక 10 minutes లోపే మన మినిస్టర్ గారు లోపలికి వస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి అందరినీ వచ్చి కూర్చోవలసిందిగా మరి మన ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరైనా బయట ఉన్నట్లయితే వాళ్ళందరినీ వచ్చి కూర్చోమని కోరుతున్నాను. సో ఇది అనౌన్స్మెంట్. దానికి ముందు విష్ణు పర్మిషన్ తోటి నేను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతాను. కన్ను తెరిస్తే జననం, కన్ను మూస్తే మరణం, ఈ మధ్యకాలమే జీవితం అని ఒక గొప్ప కవి చెప్పారు. కరెక్టే, చాలా గొప్ప విషయమే. కానీ నేనేమంటున్నానంటే పుట్టుకకి చావుకి ఒకే ఒక విట్నెస్, అదే వైద్యుడు, డాక్టర్. డాక్టర్ చేతుల్లో పిల్లలు పుడతారు, డాక్టర్ చేతుల్లో చాలామంది మరణిస్తారు. 90% పైన మనుషులంతా కూడా డాక్టర్ల చేతుల్లో బతుకుతున్నారు, చాలా కాలం ట్రీట్మెంట్ తీసుకుంటూ ఉన్నారు. మరి మీరంతా కూడా వైద్యో నారాయణో హరి అంటూ మరి నారాయణుని స్వరూపంగా ఎంతోమంది మరి డాక్టర్స్ ఈరోజు తయారవుతూ ఉన్నారు. మీ అందరికీ శుభ స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తూ ప్రతి ఒక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అందరూ తెలుసుకోవటం ద్వారా మీ ద్వారా ఎన్ని వందల వేల జీవితాలు సంతోషంగా ఉండటానికి మీరు కారణమవుతున్నారో తెలుసుకుని మీ అందరికీ హార్టీ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ తెలియజేస్తూ మరి వెంటనే మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోబోతున్నాం. ఈలోపు దయచేసి అందరూ వచ్చి కూర్చోవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను. అండ్ విష్ణు ఈస్ దేర్ టు టాక్ టు యూ సమ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్స్ విత్ యూ ఆల్. అండ్ సారీ ఫర్ ద ఇంటరప్షన్ అండ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you so much. Fine, I'll just take 5 minutes. So, as I heard and all of us heard that, a lot of doctors even scared not to treat the HIV positive persons and, in terms of surgeries. Why? Why?
Scared.
Scared? Then? Anything else? Quick. Why? Ma'am, ikkade cheptaru. Vaidyo Narayana Hari. Yes? Please. Scare?
Stigma.
Stigma? Discrimination? Yes?
Phobia.
Phobia? Sorry? So, when we are hearing all these things, how about the sexual minorities in India? MSM, we call it as men who have sex with men, the transgender communities, the induced drug users, female sex workers, all these are high risk groups, right? That's what you have forced to be doing. Yes or no? Yes or no? You people always perceived us in a wrong notion that we are a HIV spreaders. Yes or no? This is a fact or not?
Perhaps
Yes or no? So, and how you people gonna eliminate that stigma and discrimination? Being a healthcare provider, healthcare professional, whatever. How? Can I hear any answers? Please. Hello. Please raise a hand. Please raise a hand. Yes, please. Mic in the volunteers, mic in the. Yes. This is very, very important because we are reaching a milestone now, historic milestone in health sector. If you do not open up yourself, then whose this benefit is gonna be benefited? Are you there? అవునా చెప్పండి ఫైన్ మీరు మాట్లాడడం నేనే మాట్లాడతాను టూ మోర్ మినిట్స్ డే బిఫోర్ ఎస్టర్డే నేషనల్ మెడికల్ కమిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా మద్రాస్ హైకోర్టు జడ్జ్మెంట్ జస్టిస్ ఆనంద్ వెంకటేషన్ గారు ఆర్డర్ చేసిన దానికి నేషనల్ మెడికల్ కమిషన్ కొన్ని చేంజెస్ని చేస్తూ మెడికల్ సిలబస్ని మొత్తం కొత్తగా రాసింది. దాంట్లో ఏం చేంజెస్ చేశారు? ఎనీవన్ హ్యావ్ ఐడియా? సారీ, నో ఐడియా. You cannot call homosexuality as a disease, and you cannot discriminate based on alternative gender and sexual orientation. You should not practice conversion therapy. All these are, have you heard any time? Yes or no? No? Yes? Hello? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think, yes, I think he was mentioning about gender dysphoria. You all know what's a term called gender dysphoria? There was a term called gender identity disorder, and it was considered as a psychiatric disorder, and they used to give conversion therapy and all. Now, homosexuality is also a usual spectrum. That's what they are trying to say, yes.
So earlier it is used to call as a disorder. Now it is no more as a disorder. So that as I took a courage after working a decade uplifting the rights of sexual minorities, lesbian, gay, bisexual, alternative gender identities like transgenders, alternative sex identities like intersex persons. Hello. Have you